Welcome home.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Nerds the Round Table. Today it's going to be hopefully a short one and a very quick one, just getting down to the point. We have just got back, and by we I mean Jazz and Tyree again. We've just got back from seeing The Jungle Book, second day of release, so we didn't get to see it on first day, but we got to see it on the second day at least. We saw it on 3D, so we'll be talking a bit about that and the effects it done on that. We'll be giving a review, and then quickly we'll be having a little debate, but today we're going to be changing it up as Jazz does not know his knowledge on Disney films that much. I will be taking the chair, and I will be battling Tyree on the best Disney film. And the way we're going to do this is that we're going to forget Marvel and Star Wars, and we're
straight up Disney,
and we're going to forget Pixar as well. I'm talking kind of straight up Disney, I suppose. Yeah,
classics.
Is the best kind of classics, I suppose. Best classic Disney film. Maybe one from my childhood, but we'll get on that later on. But first of all, we're going to talk about The Jungle Book. Now, we haven't really done a proper review on here yet, so the way that we're going to do our reviews is that they will be out of 5, and we'll be doing like 0.5s, but we won't be doing like 0.2s or 0.3s. Is that good with you guys? Because that gets confusing then. But I suppose like 4.5 is good, like half, so like 1.5, 4.5, But we'll get straight onto it. We just came back from seeing Jungle Book. Just go into a bit of a story if you don't know Jungle Book. I mean, it's the same story, I suppose, a bit in a way as
it's a bit more about
the cartoon, but a bit more of a revamp, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a bit more backstory
of it. A bit more of a backstory, and we get a stellar cast and a great introduction to a new child actor. My first opinions, I really love the film from start to finish, and I left feeling very happy with it. As The Jungle Book is a massive childhood kind of film of mine, out of the classics. I loved it. What about Tyree?
I loved it as well. I felt pumped and happy when I was leaving the theatre and hearing all the music playing in the film. And with Jungle Book being my all-time favourite Disney film, because the one that I watched when I was in hospital most of the time, it just gave me a great feeling for the film. It was just a good film.
Mm. And Jess?
I loved it too. It's obviously very different from the original one, but with such a simple story, it hits the right notes at like with the songs and the characters, and I thought it was a really great film. Let's
get straight into it. Well, I suppose we'll. So from now on, we'd normally do like probably just a massive. So I suppose we'll just talk about the film in general and try not to give too many spoilers. I mean, people know the kind of spoiler.
You should probably know the story.
We should really know the story, but we'll try to keep a few spoilers out. But there could be a chance of spoilers, so just to let you guys know. But we'll do it step by step, I suppose. So obviously we get introduced to kind of Mowgli. I don't know the kid's actor, the name of the kid.
Sethi, I think. Or
something.
Yeah. So Neil
Sethi, I think Neil Sethi.
Neil Sethi. He was very good, so we get introduced to him, and then
been hard for such a young actor to act. He's only by himself.
By himself for a lot of the film. And then we get introduced to Bagheera. I'm sure I pronounced that right. Bagheera, who's played by Ben Kingsley, who does just an excellent job.
Yeah.
Just takes the character, and it has a little bit of that kind of the voice from the original cartoon.
Yeah.
But it has the Ben Kingsley kind of magic touch that he does in the films, where he kind of dedicates it to, and you can tell that you can tell from all the cast in general, they had such fun with it. And then we get introduced to the Wolf Pack, and the leader. I know him from Breaking Bad, but I do not know his acting name.
Giancarlo Esposito.
There we go. And in Breaking Bad, obviously, he plays
Gus Fring.
Gus Fring. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. I haven't seen Breaking Bad in ages. He plays Gus Fring, but we get introduced to him, and then the actress. And then we get introduced to the actress. She's from 12 Years a Slave, am I right?
Peter
Nyong'o.
Yeah, and she's in Star Wars.
She was Maz Kanata in Star Wars.
Star Wars. She was in Star Wars as well. This is how I'm going to talk about actors, and then I'm going to rely on Jazz or Tyree to kind of remind me on what their names are. And then we get introduced to the pack, and it's quite good. And
you get a real sense of the family dynamic. With the cute little cubs and everything.
And with a runtime of 100 minutes, they get down to it, and they do it really well. I think
it's because this time in the original, I think they sort of show you like Bagheera finding Mowgli, and this one he's already
he's already there, and so
you don't need to know.
It's a very well paced film.
Yeah, they pace it very well, and
take note the next time Warner Brothers reboot Batman.
Yeah,
we know that he's Batman.
Yeah, we don't need to see his parents dying again. But Jungle Book. Okay, so and then obviously we get introduced to a few more of the animals around us. I'm sure there's famous names. I'm sure there's like little famous maybe names, like comedians that probably done a voice.
You know the little porcupine thing saying that's a rock.
Yeah,
that was the late Gary Shandling.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. So we get him. And then obviously we get introduced to Shere Khan, who's played by Idris Elba, and I really liked.
He's a really scary guy.
Yeah, he is. Idris Elba does such a good voice. I mean, I think there's only one little flaw I'd say is that his British accent, kind of Cockney Londoner voice, really you can hear it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, but then Ben Kingsley's English.
But Ben Kingsley's English as well, so I can't really complain too much. So but I could hear that.
He could have done his Gandhi accent.
Yeah, he could. But then we get introduced to Shere Khan, and it's just from that moment on, he brings a scary presence. And the good thing is that I don't know if they use certain technology, but I felt like in each of the animals' faces you could really see the actors in there a little bit.
Yeah. I noticed that mostly on King Louis. I think he had Christopher Walken's eyes.
He definitely had Christopher Walken's eyes. Yeah.
I guess you can get away with it more with him because he's a monkey.
Yeah.
So. Obviously, with the tiger, if he had Idris Elba's eyes, it would look really
off. That would look really, and then obviously, the storyline everyone I think kind of knows is that obviously Shere Khan's kind of like threatening him to kill Mowgli. And then they kind of go on a journey of getting him back to his village. And on the way, obviously, in a different form and storyline, I suppose, we get to meet... Car, who's done by Scarlett Johansson. But a point I did point out when we left the cinema is that as much as Scarlett Johansson is a very good actress, and good voice actress, I feel like that role could have kind of been played by anyone because it wasn't a massive role in the film. It just gave a bit of a time for a bit of backstory and a bit of scary presence, a bit of darkness in such a bright jungle that if you go further up, it gets a bit darker, which I thought was quite a nice touch to the way that Jon Favreau filmed things, really, I suppose, in general. But and then obviously we get introduced to Baloo, who's played by Bill Murray, who does an excellent job.
He was really having fun.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Now there's certain actors like an example I'll use is in Kung Fu Panda trilogy. You can tell that Jack Black is Jack Black's role. He's having so much fun with it. You can see him dancing around the studios. I could see that from Bill Murray as well from this. But yeah, guys, what do you thoughts?
You can tell that Bill Murray probably improvised a lot of his lines.
So it makes you think whether maybe Disney changed the character just a bit just to fit Bill Murray's personality.
Yeah, and I liked it as well. I like that they didn't do a plain... for example, I'll give you an example. Is how the Coen brothers actually wrote No Country for Old Men is that they actually looked at the book and they kind of done a blank copy sort of thing. I'm so glad that they can do that Jungle Book where they done like this is the original Jungle Book and we're just going to move over and they didn't just move over and like make it into a live action. They added different bits into it. Mm-hmm. And I liked it because it felt different, but it still had that nice nostalgia that it brought to it, and it was good. Like it was nice. Like and something I do want to talk about, and I don't know what you guys think, is just I was just immersed into the world completely.
Yeah, I thought.
That was one good looking jungle.
It fit with. It was quite hard because it was in 3D, but with such the entire cast is all animation, and you just look at there's a bit when Shere Khan's just lying down, and as he's talking, the ear flicks, and it just makes us feel so real.
Oh yeah. Like If I went in there and I didn't really know that was much, I noticed it. Obviously, I'd noticed it was CGI because it is CGI. Like you do know.
Yeah.
But it's the same as Life of Pi. It just worked. Like I don't know. There's something about it that it all came together. Like
Baloo looked like a real bear.
Yeah. Baloo. That was probably the most impressive actually out of all of them. Is that Baloo looked. And the thing is, it did have. I felt like it had facial expressions of Bill Murray in a way.
Yeah,
But it still looked like a bear. A Bill Murray bear. That is like what? Okay, this is how I sell the film to you. Is that Bill Murray bear? That's brilliant.
What I liked actually is the original book, the film, Baloo is mostly the happy-go-lucky character who instantly forms a bond with Mowgli. And I liked for this one because it's Bill Murray. He's sort of a dick, but in his own friendly way.
Yeah, no, completely.
All his snarky comments about everything.
It was good because it wasn't just. The film, there was bits in it that were quite dark, obviously, and even just the way it looked in general. And obviously, we'll talk about that with the 3D in a second. But it had comedy to it as well. It had some really good comedy, and not just
not just Bill Murray either.
Farts or for kids, but some really
having something to say back to Bagheera or something.
Yeah. Some a bit of back and forth and a bit of sarcasm. It was good. It was refreshing and it was bright and it was kind of straight to the point, and it was like, it's a kids film, and obviously kids are going to go along.
It was a kids film
that
that didn't make you feel like an idiot.
It was clever, I suppose. That's the best way to put it.
But that's what Disney does.
Yeah, they do it really well. Talking about, obviously, we're talking about Baloo, but then obviously we get introduced to Christopher Walken, who plays King Louis, who I think done a really good job at it. Like, it was a different King Louis. So if you're expecting to go in and see the happily bubbly, dancey, singing kind of
swinger,
it's not exactly like that. Completely, it has a different tone to it. Completely, and Jon Favreau, he does that. He does a really good job at taking something that sort of people know, like Iron Man, and making a bit of a different tone to it, I suppose, and a bit more darker and different way of looking at things, really, from a modern time. And I think he does a really good job at it. And just Christopher Walken just owns King Louis, like Bill Murray does.
He really did try and disguise his voice, didn't he?
Yeah.
I liked his singing as well.
The singing was good as well. I think the singing from both Bill Murray and Christopher Walken, brain fart there, was just really good. Like,
they're definitely having fun with all of that.
Oh yeah, you could tell
especially Bill Murray, actually.
Yeah, Bill Murray is the one that shined. I mean, even from the trailer, Bill Murray, even though you only got a little bit from the trailer, Bill Murray is the one that shined for me the most. And then obviously I walked away thinking that they were all just as good as each other. Like, they were all really good. Obviously, like I said, Scarlett Johansson bit could have maybe been played by someone else.
But with the snake, they had the same problem in the Cinderella film, where the fairy godmother's played by Helena Bonham Carter, but she's there for like 10 minutes just to give her the carriage and stuff, and then she's gone, and it just seems pointless.
Yeah, to put a big star in there, I suppose.
Don't you?
Oh yeah, but that could have been.
Yeah.
I would have had this original voice actor just because he sounded such a snake. Yeah, I know, but so he sounded like a snake.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson had a bit of a.
Sexy
snake. Exactly. That's the thing. I can't not listen to Scarlett Johansson without thinking.
That's sexy.
Oh, that's yeah, exactly.
Now we find a snake sexy.
That's fucked up. Like, well, fuck you, Disney, for doing that. Like, Christ Almighty.
But congrats for getting Christopher Walken to do King Louis.
Yeah, I know. That was just great casting choice completely. Yeah. I mean, I think all of it was the cast and director should. I mean, they don't do it really, but if they've done cast and director Oscars,
definitely.
I think it's a really good one. They've done it perfectly, immersed me in the world, and I didn't think I wasn't watching it being like, that's Bill Murray, that's Christopher Walken. Yeah. I was there, and I got deep into the character, I got deep into the story, and it was good. There was a good backstory, but it concentrated on that. Like, it didn't be like, backstory. It done the backstory, and it got past it, and it was good. Like,
that's something a lot of films should learn to do. Don't focus on backstory if we already know it.
Yeah, completely. No, I agree. The 3D, obviously, we missed the 2D showing a little bit. So we went to go see it in 3D. I mean, obviously, we were going to go see it in IMAX anyway, but it's all about travelling up to London. It's just a bit too much hassle. If we haven't pre-booked it, which we will for future films coming out. But we saw it in 3D in a just normal cinema 3D. And the 3D did not add to it, especially as I think we paid 12 quid for a ticket, and then and then that didn't come with glasses. We had to pay for glasses as well.
Which is stupid.
Which is the extra bullshit.
Extra money should
never. It shouldn't happen. The 3D didn't add to it. To be fair, it made parts of it that were dark, even darker.
Yeah, it made part of. Sometimes if the camera's moving and you see a vine, it sort of did make that a bit immersive.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
but you didn't need it.
Overall, it was unnecessary.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Most of the time, 3D's unnecessary.
No, I think it's very rare films that actually do a good job at 3D. But I mean, overall, yeah. I mean, obviously, this is, like we said, will just be a little quick review, so I'm going to get down to it. The positive things I'm going to put out, and then obviously you guys say the positives and the negatives, but I'm going to do positives and negatives quickly. I'll do positives and we'll do positives, and then we'll go around and do negatives, yeah? That's good.
Okay.
Positives for me, the world that Jon Favreau created, obviously it has already been created, but the way that he showed it through, the way that he sees it, kind of really affected me in a good way, and I felt like I was a kid again, and I felt like I was watching The Jungle Book and I was having so much fun. Like, there wasn't as much comedy as obviously the old Disney cartoons have, but it still was good enough to keep me laughing and smiling throughout the film, and the bits that were actually sad were actually sad. The The voice characters were really good. Like I said, the one thing that I would say is that I wasn't a massive fan of Scarlett Johansson. I thought she was good as the Snake, but like you could have really cast anyone as the Snake, and it still would have done. It still would have done the job that it needed to do, because it wasn't that, and the Snake wasn't in there for long. So that's probably a negative, which I think that's one of my only negatives. I liked all the voice actors. I liked the kid actor, and Bill Murray and Christopher Walken were just so strong at it, and overall, they're my positives. Well, Tyree, positives?
My positives would be amazing casting choices and performances from each of the actors. The jungle looked amazing, like really immersive. The story was fun, and it made me laugh, and it made me feel good when it finished. Like I felt like you said, like I was a kid again. I felt good.
If you don't mind, since I only have one negative, could I just get it out of the way?
Yeah, go on, negative.
Alright, I'm not going to give him too much stick because he's only a child, but I guess sometimes the actor who played Mowgli did feel a bit stiff, and I'm pretty sure it was hard to act alongside nothing. But other than that, most of it was good voice acting, great animation. It was nice to watch a film that without a complicated story for once. And again, made me feel like I might go back and watch the original now.
Yeah, okay, so you've done your positive, negative, Jazz. My negative, obviously, is the Scarlett Johansson thing, I suppose. I can't really think of any other negatives, because I did enjoy the film. Like, that's what I mean. I feel like films are there for you to be enjoyed, and obviously, at the same time, me enjoying it, I got some laughs, and I got a storyline, and I got some good acting, and so I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm going to do my rating quickly, because as I said, it's going to be a quick review, but I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I wouldn't give it a 5 out of 5 because it's not something that 4 out of 5 I think is still good, but 5 out of 5 I feel like is something that I'm going to say is one of the best films ever. That's when I do 5 out of 5, is I'm like, fuck me, I walk out and I'm like, fuck, that's fucking incredible. I walked out and I said, this is really good and it's amazing, but I would say it was the most incredible film ever, because it is still a story that has already been done before, with a twist on it, but I did enjoy it. I loved it still, so I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Tyree.
Alright, my only negatives would be I would have liked some more alone scenes with Baloo and Mowgli to just to see
I agree with that completely.
See their friendship a bit more, and possibly with Bagheera as well, because I like that little trio. But other than that, I'd give the film a solid 5. That's how much I enjoyed it.
I would give it a 4 out of 5 too, just because I enjoyed it. Came out really liking it, but again, it's not I wouldn't say again it was the best film of this year. But yeah, really good, solid film.
So what did you give it? Sorry,
4.
4, and you get it 4.
I get 5.
5. Okay, so Tyree's giving it a 5. Me and Jez are giving it a 4. So that's for Nerds of the Round Table. I don't know. I suppose a 4 or 5 out of 5 from us. Really, I'd say
4.5.
4.5 from us. We're going all out, really, I suppose. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so Jazz is going to be the judge here, and this is going to be a tough one, because I suppose it was kind of done at the last minute, so I haven't really had time to prepare as much maybe as Tyree has.
No,
okay, he hasn't had much time to prepare. So there will be facts that will probably be wrong, but just bear with us, and if they're wrong, just let us know. But okay, so we're going to do favourite Disney films, and obviously we've laid out the ground of just what we can't do and what we can do. I'm going to go and pick quickly. Sorry. But I got something there. I'm going to pick Lion King, because it is one of my favourite films of all time in general. Not just my Disney film, but of that. And Tyree, what are you going to pick?
I'm picking my favourite Disney film, Jungle Book.
Oh,
I got
fuck.
to.
Okay. Hey, so you're going to have to be the judge here.
Do
you feel prepared to do this? It's not just because he's your brother doesn't mean that.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to shout and say it. Lion King is so good that it has its own Broadway show in London and New York, and it's so big that it has its own soundtrack. It's got 2 films to follow it, and one of the films is a spin-off of Timon and Pumbaa, Hakuna Matata. The characters are amazing. The film is amazing. It's so well good. It's so amazing that people quote it till this day, and people sing along to it. I'm not saying that people don't sing along to Jungle Book, but I feel like the songs. There's one song that everyone knows in Jungle Book, but in Lion King, everyone knows every single song.
I actually don't remember most of the songs in Lion King. Granted, I've only seen it once, but I know about how famous it is. I don't even remember the song that the little rat thing sings. What's the
You know what it is. It's a meerkat.
the little Timon singing Hakuna Matata with Pumbaa. But Jungle Book, it's got lots of different characters, like Alice in Wonderland, that you can enjoy when you see, and it's got lots of different songs that you can enjoy. And it's, of course, being a smaller story, it's a bit more intimate.
I mean, like, with something like The Lion King, it's based off someone that knows what to write, and it's Shakespeare. It's based off a Shakespeare play, and it does such a good job at adapting its own one, and the way that it's drawn and the way it looks is just crazy, and like you get immersed into that world. It's not even a live action film; it's an actual cartoon film, and it's done so well that it's been re-released in anniversaries and DVDs, and even re-released in 3D. It's done so well, and even like I said, it even has its own Broadway show, and I mean, it has Matthew Broderick, for fuck's sake. Like, he's amazing as Simba, like crazy. And then Jeremy Irons plays the baddie. You can't ask for any more. And Elton John does some of the soundtrack, and Timon and Pumbaa in it. Like, they have their own TV show as well. Like, Lion King is the best Disney film ever.
Jungle Book, the spin-off was Tailspin.
Tailspin was a good show.
Yeah, do you remember Tailspin?
But Timon and Pumbaa had their own spin-off show, and that was amazing. They went around travelling around the world, and then they even got their own movie because it was that good.
I also enjoyed their show.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, but Baloo got to like fly planes and save people.
Yes, but Lion King has a song called Hakuna Matata, and it has Elton John doing it.
Sing off, God.
Elton John doing like, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Like, it's amazing. It has the best soundtrack ever, and it's visually amazing. The storyline is great, and it builds character, and it shows you what it's like to grow up, and it teaches kids a lesson that if you lose your father, kill your uncle, and you'll be king.
Yeah, this is hard because they're both different scopes and scales.
Yeah, but they're both about animals.
Yeah. Yeah, but
And that's our judge, guys. They're both about animals.
Actually, Jungle Book's about a human, and that's the most important thing.
No, because they tell it through a story. Lion King will tell through a story of animals,
I'm never
which
gonna win
kids
this
get
anyway.
more from, and they just. Lion King is just a classic. Like, literally,
Jungle Book's a classic as well. It's just an underrated classic.
it's underrated. I give you that. It's a good film, but The Lion King has something that The Jungle Book does not have. An amazing soundtrack with every single song. Like, people that like know Disney know every single song. And like how people say, "Oh, Frozen is the best Disney film ever." Back when Lion King came out, best Disney film ever. And if Frozen was never released, it'd be the best Disney film ever. But I don't like Frozen, so it's not the best Disney film ever. Frozen's pile of shite.
Do you want who my winner is?
I can't do this. This is too hard. I chose too small a film.
Even if you chose another film,
I would have lost to Jungle Book still.
and this is from what the winner I chose. I'm going to exclude its Broadway play, and then I'm going to describe the winner in one word. The Lion King is untouchable. I can't imagine Disney doing a live action remake of it. I think it's just such a perfect film.
Okay.
It's Disney at its peak, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about Home on the Range? Okay, that was polished.
I thought, do you know, Lion King is still better anyway. So did I win? I take it, yeah.
You won, yeah.
I won, awesome.
Right.
So I've at least got 1 point. Lion King is a great film, but something that could sort of nearly go against it is The Rescuers Down Under, mate. Rescuers Down Under is a banging film, mate. It's amazing. But yeah, I won. That's pretty cool. So like, what are you on? I mean, you're on 2-2, aren't you? And then I've got 1.
2-2-1.
So I'm catching up, mate.
It was quite hard because it's such different scopes.
Yeah.
I guess if you did like Pinocchio and Jungle Book, maybe
That's
that would have been a bit tough.
I could have done Beauty and the Beast versus Lion King. They're both quite big films.
Well, then you could get it. That's just another princess.
I mean, if we were counting Pixar, then obviously that would have, and Martin, that'd been like a crazy fight, like Lion King versus. Well, if it was Lion King versus Age of Ultron,
That'd be a bit
then I would have
dumb.
won. I would have won as
Still
well
would.
because, like, Age of Ultron.
Incredibles versus Lion King.
yeah, but if it was
That'd be a battle.
Winter Soldier against Lion King, they're both very
Lion
good
King's
films.
better, mate. Lion King's the
Well,
best
it's kind
film.
of a silly.
I'm about to watch that again, actually.
Yeah, Lion King's awesome, man. It's got everything you want in it.
Worst Disney film.
Oh, worst
on the
Disney
Range.
film. I don't like Frozen that much. Like, I understand the songs and but I suppose it can't be the worst film because people
it's talked about a lot. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Beckham.
You're welcome.
I mean, I'm not. I don't really.
I'm joking. I'm sorry. Okay. Worst Disney film.
Does this have to be animated?
We're not fighting this, obviously, because I can't think of anything I've prepared.
Since it's not a debate, it doesn't have to be an animated one.
But I just can't. I can't think of a worst Disney film, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Look, well, I tell you
maybe Song of the South gets a bit racist.
We'll pin it. We'll pin it, and we'll come back to that because that will be a battle of worst Disney film ever made.
That'd be a good one.
And that will be including Marvel and Star Wars and actually not Star Wars,
just Disney, pure Disney,
and Pixar.
Star Wars
and
would be the prequel straight away.
Pixar and Disney are both allowed then on those ones, but I don't know.
No Marvel or Star Wars though. I don't
know Marvel or Star Wars because everyone can just use their trump card and be like
Iron Man 3 and.
Yeah. Okay. So this has been a little quick Disney special of Knights of the Round Table, Nerds of the Round Table, Knights of the Round Table, Nerds of the Round Table. I need to get that right one day.
Nerds of the Round Table.
I don't know how many people are listening, but I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. The ones that are loyal and sticking by.
If you aren't loyal, then fuck you.
Okay, well, I don't condone that message. Jazz and Tyree are going to be filming next week, and they will have a short film coming out soon. So as soon as they
May 11th.
May 11th, apparently, it will be coming out. So as soon as it does, we will fucking air it on there. And I would love you guys to watch it, share it, like it. Do what you need to do. Make sure that Tarantino gets to see it. But yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been a good Disney one. A bit of a lighter tone to things that we've been doing so far. It's been quite good.
Less complaining.
Yeah, I do not know what our next podcast will be like. I suppose it could be Game of Thrones, but I'm waiting to see if I can get time off work to do a special live Game of Thrones podcast. Jazz and Tyra will not be part of this because they do not believe that Game of Thrones could be any good. I cannot get them to watch it, but one day I will.
You got us to watch The Walking Dead.
I got them to watch The Walking Dead, so that's fine. And so I shall be joined, hopefully, by Josh, Jack, Ray, and Max on a special Game of Thrones. If I can get the time off, even if not, I will still do a special podcast on Game of Thrones, but it just will not be live or won't be on the day at least. Tell us what you liked about this, and what is your favourite Disney film? What is the worst Disney film? Let us know.
And most importantly, go see the fucking Jungle Book.
Go and see the Jungle Book. It's awesome. You'll love it. And thank you for listening.